Hi guys, I hope you're all doing well. I'm back with another video. I just like to do like a weekly life update and talk a little bit about how I'm feeling. So I had been struggling with a huge amount of disassociation and anxiety for a while, and it became very overwhelming. Although I would like to say like the past week I've been doing pretty well. um, I'm not sure what the turning point was, or really like how I went from like severely anxious every evening to okay. It just sort of happened, but I'd like to think there are a few changes that I made which might have helped me. So, number one, I was having a huge amount of caffeine, and then I suddenly removed caffeine from my diet, and then I'd been going through withdrawal plus high doses of caffeine, and I think the combination increased my anxiety levels. I'm now back to having 1 or 2 cups of coffee a day just because I find that it gives me the little bit of energy that I need, but without too much anxiety or increased heart rhythm. Another thing that I had been doing is emotionally eating. It was kind of getting a little out of hand. I found myself in the evenings eating more out of anxiety than legitimate hunger. So I've been trying very hard to intuitively eat and follow my body's signals. And when you binge on food, your body goes into what's called fight or flight mode. Your body responds to huge levels of emotion right before a binge, as though it does to panic, and it goes into fight or flight mode, which can cause a lot of disassociation and feelings in that sort of area. So I've been trying to eat intuitively, and even though I was eating quite a bit emotionally, I've still stayed within the same weight range. So I wasn't, like gaining a lot or anything like that. It was just kind of mindless eating. And another thing I've been doing is I've been trying to be very productive. I've been trying to think a lot about my life, where I want to go, and put my headspace and focus into planning my future and organising just simple things in life like dental appointments for my daughter, vaccination appointments, just like things that I'd kind of pushed off a little. Of course, I always like get my daughter's teeth checked and her vaccines, but there were just like appointments that had piled up, and like things like at the back of my cleaning list which I hadn't done, like cleaning the outside of the garbage cans, or just funny things like dusting the top of the fan. There was stuff that was on my list of things to do, I guess, that wasn't at the top of it, so I kind of ignored it. But I decided to make that a priority, and it helped take up some of my anxious thinking and use that thought towards constructive, sensible things. Another thing that I've been doing is I've been trying to get more fresh air, get out a bit more. I think being cooped up inside definitely has a toll on mental health and can really bring up anxious feelings. So I've been trying to get fresh air, and then even after my daughter's gone to sleep, I like to step out the door and just breathe in some fresh air and just focus on my breath. And speaking of breath work, I've been focusing a lot on that, which is funny, breathing is supposed to be like a normal, natural thing, but often we forget how to really focus on our breath and get in tune with our bodies and develop a good rhythm. So I've been trying to spend a little bit of time each day just focusing on my breath. And I think another thing that's really helped is probably like the first and foremost thing is communication. I've communicated my anxieties to my partner and had a lot of long conversations with him about things that have been preying on my mind and causing severe anxiety, and it's definitely given me a lot of peace of mind to be able to get that out and have reassurance and comfort brought back to me from my partner. So if you've got a partner, a friend, a family member, I'd really suggest that just talk about your anxiety with them and things you're concerned about, Whether it seems little and irrelevant or not, I promise you it will help just 1%. Like, it's totally worth it. So yeah, I've just been really thinking about my life and where I want to go. I do have a huge amount of stress, I can't lie. There's so many things I have to organise and figure out. There's at least 100 decisions I have to make in the next 6 months about me and my daughter's life. There's a lot of paperwork I've got to sort out. I'm wanting to get a divorce, and that's a very, very complicated, lengthy thing, especially in my circumstance. And it's just very hard. I'm going through an immigration process. I'm becoming an American resident and then citizen, and I'm also, hoping to get a divorce in the future. So it's all very complicated. And of course I have my daughter who's an American citizen, so she's a dual citizen, so she's pretty much sorted. But it's just very difficult and complicated when you move overseas and you marry someone, but then things don't work out, but your child's a citizen of both countries. There's just a lot of stuff to sort out in regards to that. Another thing is I'm trying to really focus on sort of like a time frame for things in my life. I'd really like to sort out kind of like it's really weird talking about this, but I'm trying to really have a good think about the next 5 years and when I want to have a baby again. I've had a lot of miscarriages, and my daughter is 2.5 and pregnancy is 9 months, so I know essentially by the time I have another child my daughter will probably be above the age of 5, and that's definitely weighing on my mind a lot. And I found it very difficult having a 9-year age gap with my brother, so I feel like there's quite a bit of pressure, and I'm just really trying to figure out like how to get my life to a place where I'm able to have another baby, to get my health in a place where I'm feeling very healthy and able to carry a baby, able to financially support another baby. And I'm just really trying to set myself up right now. Like, that's what I'm really trying to figure out, is like, how can I set myself up to accomplish things to the best of my ability. And then obviously, like, another main thing is my health. I'm still sort of in a Crohn's flare, not like very badly, but I guess you could say like my intestines are still a little irritated. So I'm really trying to, focus on my intuitive eating and what foods are triggers and what foods are not triggers. I'm trying to let myself enjoy food, but also not enjoy the foods that are going to trigger my Crohn's disease. And it's really like a lifelong journey when you have a chronic disease as to exploring foods and things that aren't going to hurt you. There's no quick answer. What the internet says isn't what your body necessarily says. Everyone with Crohn's disease is different. Some people manage really well on high fibre raw fruits and vegetables. Some people are fibre intolerant and have to basically just eat like a fibre-free diet. So there's just a lot of exploring to do with my disease and figuring out kind of how I can live life to the fullest and be the most comfortable in my body with my issues. But I definitely have felt a lot healthier this past week. Even though my Crohn's has been aggravated, I felt very healthy, energized. I've maintained my weight and stopped going up and down. I think the yo-yo dieting was causing a lot of dizziness, weakness, lethargia, and I'm feeling very energized now that I'm able to really like maintain my body weight and take care of myself, nurture myself, make sure I'm getting a healthy caloric intake. So for me personally, my caloric intake ranges from about 1,600 calories up to about 3,000 calories, depending on how much I've done that day. I guess the average would lie around 2,300. And I've just really tried hard to accept myself and my skin. After my near-death experience, I came to the realization that honestly this yo-yo dieting, crash diets, body hatred, it's just a waste of time. It's a waste of breathing. It's just a total waste. So I've just basically come to a point where I'm just working on self-acceptance and self-love and loving my body. You know, I'm not perfect. I have a little squish here and there, but I'm a healthy weight. I'm within a normal BMI. I'm taking care of myself, and I'm just trying to love my thick, curvy body and really embrace it and understand that this is my body shape and I can't keep fighting what's natural. I've got a naturally wide bone structure. I've got naturally heavy bones. I'm actually quite muscly, and I'm just naturally a curvy girl. So I've really been trying to accept that, because it's very hard when society and just everything around us is always trying to scream the opposite in your ear and manipulate you into just becoming one with the rest of just constant crash diets and body hatred and self-loathing. It's hard. It's a hard world to be in. Anyway, I'm really trying to cover like 30 different topics in one video, so I know I'm talking fast and going from one place to the next, but I'm tired and I would like to sit down and read my book. And speaking of that, another thing I've been doing is a lot of reading. I've been trying to read some good self-help books, get, you know, positive insights to life and thinking and eating and stuff like that, and I think it's definitely helped take some focus off my anxiety and more into a positive headspace. And you know, I've been working on my relationship with my daughter and educational activities, and I've also been working on my relationship with my boyfriend and strengthening that and being a nurturing, loving partner to him and returning the amount of love and happiness that he gives me. I've been trying to, you know, give that back, and been focusing on video calling my family from afar and keeping that relationship strong. Anyway, guys, I think I've come to the end of the video. I just wanted to say, you know, life, you know, it's not just a constant going up with happiness. I didn't phrase that nicely. What I'm trying to say is it's okay to have bad weeks, good weeks, bad months, good months, bad years, good years. It's all part of life. It's not going to be smooth. You know, you just got to go where the current takes you and just accept it. And I hope to be back next week with another video. Also, I'm really loving my natural hair colour coming in. Like, I just love it. I know there's tinges of red and like brown, but if you see like the bottom here, this is what all of my hair is going to be like in a few months, and I'm really excited. I feel so happy that I've got to a place where I don't have to dye my hair with horrible chemicals, don't have to plaster makeup all over my face, and I can just go makeupless with a little bit of eyeliner. And then natural hair, like, I don't know, it's just great to feel really beautiful without having to put horrible chemicals and toxins on myself. And I've spent my whole life dyeing my hair, like on and off, so I'm just really happy that I'm at this point of acceptance and just letting the natural come out. Of course, I still shave the pits, but you get what I'm saying. I think I'm a little hyper today even, maybe. I'm just really energized and happy. Even though I just got like really shitty news today and like discovered some really crap stuff in regards to just this paperwork I've been sorting out. I'm still positive, like nothing's gonna bring me down, and I'm just gonna like ride out whatever there is to ride out, you know, roll out the punches, ride out the punch. I don't know. Anyway, I hope you all have a beautiful week. I love you.